Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Suzerain, a safe space in which to be awesome, where we are, struggling financially, you could say. Things are bad, okay, and we need to, improve things. So, we need to read the Lockhaven Times a couple times. Explosion in Dare, 3 killed, 22 wounded. Fucking fantastic. A bomb attack on a police station in Dare has killed 3 officers and injured 22 others, officials say. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Police of Dare said militants from the British Freedom Front, or BFF, were likely behind the attack, and reported that several militants also fired at the officers as they tried to escape the fires of the explosion in the treacherously pre-planned ambush. There's been a wave of unrest in Sordland for the last couple of months. These attacks seem to suggest that the racial tensions in Bergia have also increased to very dangerous levels, which raises questions of how the situation should be handled. The Workers' Party of Bludia has condemned the incident, adding that the BFF does not reflect the views or the culture of the Bludish people. I mean, yeah, no, you wanna distance yourself from shit like that so you're actually taken seriously and not ostracized, which a group like that would do. That protest is going on in Ottawa. Alright, Arcasia has called on both sides to avoid violence, but stressed that Sordland has a right to defend itself against Bludish rebels. Debt nation, Sordland in a tough spot. Current public reports from the Ministry of Economy are pointing to a deep underlying problem with Sordland's economic standing: debt. It appears that the current ventures to get out of the recession have put a considerable dent in the reserves. Although the comments from the administration state that the situation is only temporary, that remains to be seen. Our economic advisors have commented on the matter, saying that the current stance of the administration is hiding the extent of the debt. This, of course, brings up the question, is Sordland turning into a debt nation? Love that debt. Geopolitico. Smolak condemns Arcasian soldiers in Lesbia. Wesek president Victor Smolak, on Thursday criticized the Lesbian government for bringing Arcasian soldiers close to the borders of Welland. Last month, Prime Minister Alvarez and President Walker agreed on the construction of several military bases in Lesbia that would station ATAO soldiers. With the arrival of the first Arcasian soldiers in Lesbia this week, Welland's stance has become increasingly hostile. In his speech on Thursday, Smolak said President Walker has succeeded in spreading Arcasian imperialism to eastern Mercopa, which will have the consequences of every one of us in the region. ATO is clearly expanding his influence in our region using Lesbia. We must be careful, said President Smolak, warning that neighboring nations of Agnolia and Sordland be prepared for future crises. Chancellor Hegel condemns military buildup in Lesbia. In the press conference on Wednesday, Chancellor Hegel of the Volksland condemned Arcasia for building a military base on Ravnus Island. In a statement, Arcasia's actions on the Ravnus Island is a provocative move that is undermining the peace and stability in the region. It is also threatening Volksland's national security. However, Volksland is not a country to be bullied so easily. We and the entire CSP coalition will correspond in force if Arcasia does not withdraw from the island. Island of Ravnus. Ravnus Island. Not that one. Where's Ravnus Island? Well, whatever. Anyway, so we've done news. Briefing on the H3 construction issues. Oh, fucking goody. I love construction issues. The H3 highway construction created a second opportunity to visit the seaside town of Lenkirk, known for its salmon. Thousands of people from the city were employed for construction work by the new highway project. But the main purpose of our visit was to solve construction issues that began to endanger the deadline. The mayor welcomed us at his own mansion and took us on a brief tour of the city. Afterwards, we gathered in the city hall. Simon looked like a little worried, but Lilius looked dead serious. There was also a message of support from the mayor of Arvery, Eric Neal, who was grateful for the H3 investments. I have concerns about the construction due to the progress being slower than expected. We scheduled the project to finish in late 1955, but the Sordland State Corporation might miss that target with the current trajectory. After engaging with the managers, they have said that they are moving forward slowly but steadily. The cliffside ground laying construction between Landkirk and Albury is proving more dangerous than expected. The ASSC is an organization of principles, so they aren't rushing and risking people's lives. The state can't be reckless. How can we get the construction back on schedule? This doesn't raise confidence at all. Maybe we should have picked the SSC? Maybe we shouldn't have picked. I don't care about principles. We agreed opening dates must be met. I trust that the SSC will accomplish it in time. Maybe we shouldn't have picked the SSC. You see that the likes of Underhall are willing to bend the rules and risk the lives of the workers to hit deadlines. The SSC abides by the rules and regulations. One of the important issues is their construction management team. The other could be the outdated construction methods used, which require more manpower. But we aren't sure if that contributes to the issue. But with that comes other issues. We don't want to create chaos in the management team, which could create further problems. The SSC might need more resources to speed things up. The deadline must be met. We can't let mismanagement delay the project. It is unacceptable. Managers should be fired. This is unacceptable. We can't let mismanagement delay the project. Couldn't agree more. This shouldn't keep going on any longer. It is very important that we create jobs for our own citizens who are unemployed rather than foreigners. Even a serious warning could be the solution. A slap on the wrist can do wonders. Officially warning them is a possibility, but isn't tangible. We need action. The state owns the SSC. They can't retaliate and bite off the hand that feeds them. Nah, I'm definitely not going to fire anyone. Warning. Give them a warning shot. There is a good chance that they will take it far more seriously and take measures to increase speed. Simon took a deep breath and continued. One way or another, we're going to find you. We're going to get you. We have to solve the solution. We have to solve the issue. We can lead to real complications down the line otherwise. We can either give the construction managers money, warn them, or replace them. With more resources, the managers are more likely to hit the deadline. Any other action just hurts Sordland. I don't have the government budget in order to give them. Send a formal warning from the Ministry of Economy, and the Presidency. More competent people and ensure the deadline is hit. I'm leaning to 3, but I'm going to hit 2. The warning will hopefully have a positive result to their performance. We can escalate further later. I'm not so sure that what a warning can do to the situation on the ground. The managers already have many issues to tackle. This should do it. Good that we have figured out a way to move the progress forward. The meeting ended. The 3 of us went to the beach of Landkirk. It was rather rocky, but very pristine. The sunset looked absolutely astonishing over the Markian Sea. The day-long visit ended with a dinner involving the most important people in the city. Many of them were bureaucrats. Yeah, the issue is we're not actually making any money off of anything. Our budget is bunk, so we need to find a way to work without it. Later, we made our way to Holsword. The SSC managers were officially warned by the Presidency and the Ministry of Economy to speed up the construction. Do it. Yeah, isn't it? Aren't we like on the second term? Why the hell are they only halfway? I love how, like, I was thinking this before it actually became a thing in game. It just tells you how, like, good this game is, right? They thought about shit like that. Sorry, my throat is bugging me from playing Black Mesa earlier. I was yelling a lot, so... I just took a drink, is why I was silent for a few seconds there. Read the report from Lockhaven. Discuss the changes to this tax system. Sure, I guess. Alright, 6 terrorists from Young Swords plotting to bomb a rally were caught by Lockhaven police. Perpetrators confessed to their plans and said they did it in response to the ban on Young Swords. They have each been convicted and sentenced to 154 years in prison, Jesus, for planning a terrorist attack on the people of Sordland, for treason against Sordland. Like, you think maybe, unless that's like accumulative, but like, you think maybe, you know, at a certain point you get diminishing returns. Why don't you just say life at that point? They're not gonna, like, is it each individual one, or is it like 154 divided by 6? 154 divided by 6 equals about 25 years apiece. A little bit more than that. But, you know, that's alright. Fair enough, fair enough. 25 apiece, 25 to life, that's something or other. Actually, wait, hang on. We got a thing in Whole Sword. Promise to deliver. Read the report from Whole Sword. The official warning from the Presidency and the Ministry of Economy was received by the Sword State Corporation. The chairman of the managers has apologized for the current situation, but highlighted that rushing to work would risk real lives. The entire board signed a letter promising to meet the deadlines earlier outlined. Alright. They're not going to rush it and, like, risk people, but they are not going to be slow anymore. Cool. Discussion of changes to the tax system. Interesting. We're at the top floor of the Business Council building, where a great view of the beautiful Lockhaven, which had a great view. I looked outside from the tall glass windows. Murky sea stretched as far as the eye could see, and it was dotted with many ships toward the horizon. They were mostly cargo ships carrying precious goods in and out of Sordland. Tracing back the paths of the ships, I looked at the harbor. Lockhaven was home to one of the largest harbors in the entire continent. Many dockyard workers were loading or unloading the containers. Work never stopped here. We got 3 individuals. The door opened. Simon, Mikhail, and Edith entered the meeting room. Mr. President. Oh, fuck voices right now. Mr. President, so nice to see you again. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. President. I don't know what the hell that voice is. That is not the voice I gave him. I just don't remember how to get to the voice I gave him. Good to see you all again. Good afternoon. Take a seat and let's begin. I'm getting a little more short in my presidency. Simon put down his bag on the table and started collecting his documents while the others slowly took their seats. Mr. President, before we start, I would like to mention some rumors that I'd heard. Workers' Rights Act do not sit well with many business holders, especially the first section about minimum wages. I heard the same. This has caused many businesses to lose millions of rands overnight. Unfortunate, really, especially during a recession. What is unfortunate was that this bill was enacted this late. You're in no position to question my decision. I don't care about rumors. If someone wants to say something, they can say it to me directly. Yeah. I'm definitely about the, yeah, look at how unimpressed I look. Like, it's probably the exact same image I started with, but I look like I'm furious. Neither of them responded. Simon waited patiently. Once everyone was ready, he adjusted his glasses. First of all, I would like to thank everyone here for their work on our tax system reform. We all know how complicated our current system is, and this work wouldn't be possible without you. He turned to me. The ultimate goal here is to end the recession. Before we move ahead and start formulating a plan, we need you to determine our direction, Mr. President. We have a few possibilities as a result of the work we have done so far. We can increase, maintain, or decrease the taxes for large corporations. I believe some of us in the room have a few strong opinions about this. In parallel, we can increase, maintain, or decrease the taxes for small and medium businesses. Let's start with the large corporations, and we'll move on to the small businesses. What's the outcome if we increase the taxes on large corporations? What if we decrease the taxes? Is there any downside to keeping the things as they are? What does everyone think we should do? Alright, so, now, there is a few pros and cons to increasing the tax of a large corporation. Now, you don't want to increase the tax too high for, like, medium and small businesses, because they can't, like, afford shit like that. But for large corporations, they can afford that, but they can also afford to say, well, this place is too expensive, and just leave the country outright, meaning that they get no money whatsoever. What is the outcome if we increase taxes for large corporations? It is not an option at this point. Our economy is in shambles. Taking what's remaining from the businesses will destroy the economy further. You'd balance it by decreasing taxes of smaller businesses and put some relief on them. I see. I'm not sure if that's a good idea with the current state of our economy. I do believe there's one way to get out of the recession. It is through the trade and the economic contribution of large corporations. Increasing their taxes will turn them on you. I will go a step further. Increasing their taxes will have disastrous results, and it will make you an enemy of them. Trust me, Mr. President. Nobody wants to make an enemy of them. Maybe you're right. It goes both ways, Mr. Avon. Of course. What if we decrease the tax of large corporations? Is there any downside to keeping things the way they are? I'm ready. I haven't even heard all the options yet. What if we decrease? Our government budget will be hit, but in return, due to the sheer size of our the economic contribution coming from these companies, it should be helpful in curbing the recession. I do think this is definitely a good option if we want to end the recession. Especially with the current state of our budget. Yeah, a little bit, you know. Our budget will be hit. We will be in debt. I think this is a great idea. Me too. You would have them on your good side on top of solving the recession crisis, Mr. President. I have to agree, being their ally will come in handy. They better stay on my good side. Are there any downsides to keeping things the way they are? I'm of the opinion that if we don't make any changes, nothing will change. To stop the recession, we need to do something. I think so too. Agreed. What does everyone think we should do? I don't think we can do anything at this point, although I would have preferred a decrease in taxes. It doesn't seem the best option. Our international trade is driven mostly by the products of these corporations. They are the backbone of our economy. Exactly. An increase should be out of the question. These companies are the backbone of the economy and our way out of the recession. I'm ready to make a decision. Very well, I'm all ears. We need that budget, but our recession, but... I can't... God damn it, it's just the worst. Everything is budget-based, and this is the first chance to get anything into our budget. But, you know, it's like helicopter hedge funds. It doesn't work out. Let's see here. We'll increase the taxes for large corporations and balance it out with a decrease of small businesses. Maintain the taxes for large corporations. Decrease the taxes for large corporations and balance a budget with an increase of smaller businesses. The government budget will take a fucking hit. Maintain the taxes for large corporations. The issue is we need money in order to do things, and we can't get out of the recession if we do nothing, but also, fuck. If we had budget, we'd be able to do good things, but we just fucking can't. We just can't do it, man. This will not change anything. We won't gain anything by standing still where we are. I protest against this. Enough. The President has made his choice. Well then, I've taken a note of our action and will put it on implementation as soon as possible. Yeah, we will do nothing. Everyone know that I put it on the sheet for the morning memo and the email. We've done nothing. Simon opened his briefcase and swapped out a stack of papers he had in front of with another stack. Let's move on to the small and medium businesses. What's the outcome of increasing the taxes for small and medium businesses? Unfortunately, this is not a possibility. People have no money left to give to the state. Our economic development cannot support this. There's not much value in circulation. What if we decrease the taxes? It should be helpful in curbing the recession for sure. Of course, that will come at the cost of losing some of our government budget. It is risky when we have no money left, and we still have loans to pay. And downside to keeping things the way they are. Sordland needs change to get out of the recession, yeah, I'm aware. But the current state of the economy is in shambles. There's not much we can do about taxes. Ready to make a decision? Very well. Maintain the taxes or decrease the taxes. We need out of the recession. I don't want to make this decision. It's quite literally out of the question to raise it, apparently. That's really funny. Decrease the taxes for small and medium businesses. Our budget will take a stupid fucking hit. Let's become a debt state. Fuck it. Very well, I have taken another note. We'll look into how to go about implementing these changes. Well then, thank you everyone. That will be all for today. Good work. Enjoy Lockhaven. Enjoy Lockhaven, I said, not really enjoying it myself. Oh, I left the meeting room and decided to stay a bit longer. I went by the windows again and kept watching the sea in silence for some more time. Small business growing. Well, that's good at least. We need consistent economy. We need so much money. Oh, we're a debt state. Whoa, Roomberg, hello. Calls Sordland a threat to world peace. Yeah, of course you fucking do. Why wouldn't you do that? Geopolitico. Smolok threatens new military incursion targeting BFF. This is just, international news. Has threatened to launch a military operation in northern Welland, close to the border of Sordland and Lesbia, against the Blutish rebel group, the BFF, which Rocklowitz, considers to be a terrorist organization. In a television interview to curry support for the next month's referendum to extend to presidential powers, Smolok announced that the military is preparing a new international operation with possible cross-border implications against the BFF. The Blutish friend forever. Observers point out that a tough stance against the BFF, which is fighting for minority rights, play well with Wessex nationalists. Smolok has pledged to eradicate the Blutish groups in Welland, the Democracy Party of Welland, and the militant organization, the Blutish Freedom Front, which is known to operate both in Welland and Sordland extensively. Such operations are fraught with military risk and the possibility of further exacerbating already tense relations among neighbors, particularly with Sordland, due to the large number of Blutish minority living close to the border, as well as Arcasia-backed Lesbia. Despite such risks, some analysts don't rule out such a military operation. So I need to look at the Roomberg border with us here. Sordland is not looking good. Tax cuts for small and medium corporations. In order to end the recession, the administration has announced new changes to the tax system. As per the information provided by the Ministry of Economy, the new changes include a tax cut of 10%, bringing the total to 25% for small and medium-sized corporations. President Rayne has approved the tax reform, and the changes are expected to come into effect immediately. I don't know, we didn't go up. Police shot protester. Fucking delightful. A police officer shot a protester in the eye. Interesting. Look at this bullet. After a group of protesters surrounded the policeman, the protester, LK, 28, lost her life today morning. Interesting. KA, 24, was a recruit in training a few months ago and was deployed to the ground when the protest started with the decision of the expansion of police forces. Mansoon Lek, an independent MP, blamed the government for the incident. These policemen didn't finish their training and were prematurely deployed to stop the protest. It was apparent that some incident like this would happen. God, everything is just rife with consequences. Wait, I don't think I finished reading those. Protesters target sacred symbols. Alright, what do you have to say, friends? Queen Beatrice Livingston calls Sordland a threat to world peace. Heard on TV to call Sordland not just a threat to the peace of Eastern Maricopa, but a threat to peace in the entire world. She condemned the riots and police violence in Sordland, also expressing her worries about the direction Sordland is headed. She urged the Rumburgian army to secure the southern border, citing violent incidents in northern Sordland. Most of them are happening fucking south in this area. Hell, a lot of shit's happening in this area. Whatever. Visit an inspection of schools in Suzerain. I got 5 minutes. I don't have time for this, but you know what? It's the only thing I can do at the moment, so. As part of the planned program, we arrived in Suzerain to visit a middle school. The prestigious Torin High School was situated close to the suburbs just outside the city center. The building was flanked by 2 hills, each beautifully dotted with shrubs and flowers. Okay, we got you and you. Alright. Lucian, Ciara, and I got out of our cars and met at the entrance. Our presence had not gone unnoticed. Apart from our guards, there were at least 10 reporters following us around. That must be the principal. Right this way, sir. Ooh, hello, Abraham Lincoln. No codex entry available. The principal was a man of short stature and a bushy mustache, and a pair of glasses. He approached... I don't see glasses on this man. Whatever. He approached us quickly, but was stopped by the security guards. They started patting him down and searching him. Won't be necessary, let him through. Mr. President, such an honor to meet with you. Oh, wait, no. Such an honor to meet with you. Shake his hand and smile for the cameras. Shake his hand. I'm not doing this for the cameras. Welcome to our humble school. Sorry about the security guards. It's a necessity, standard procedure. Excellent. You must be Mr. Galate. It's a pleasure to meet with you. And Miss Walda, so good of you to come all the way out here. Thank you. At the entrance, the school's motto was inscribed on the wall in giant letters. In Stretton Ciser Angeneker Car Av Jurgen int Ola Almer Gwaltine int Ola Mexis. Education is the premise of progress in all societies and all families. We walked through the gates. There were many students lined up in front of the stairs of the main building. The school band started playing as we entered. This is one of the perks, man. All students immediately snapped to attention and turned to me. It looks like a military institution than a school. Exactly, that's what we pride ourselves on. Discipline was the utmost importance in our school. Some discipline never hurt anyone. Very good. We need more educated people, not soldiers. Some discipline never hurt anyone. Ciara bristled. Up to a point, perhaps. Look at these kids. I can assure you that our students are very well educated. In fact, our school is one of the top 10 middle schools in the entirety of Sordland. Now, we will watch the students take their daily student oath. A boy and a girl went up to the stage and grabbed their microphones. The students turned to them. Boy and a girl. I am a sword. My strength lies in my blood. I will respect our honorable elders. I will protect the young. My life belongs to Sordland now, and it will belong to it forever. I will always follow the guiding light of Colonel Saul and the great swords. Morgna Westcor, Vectron Sista. Laughed loudly. Nod at the kids. I'm gonna nod at them. Words to remember. What? No one even remembers it after they graduate. If you wish to follow me, we will take a look at one of our classrooms. Through the hallways, we made our way to classroom 7A. As soon as I entered, the whole classroom rose up and snapped to attention. Sit down, please. at ease. Soon sat down. The same boy and girl walked up to us. These are our top students These are our top students and our top class. This here is my son. Oh, nepotism. The boy came before me and saluted me like a military officer. Tell Mr. President what you want to be. Mr. President, I want to be a general, sir. I'm ready to sacrifice myself for my country and you, sir. This nonsense, what are you teaching these kids? Good, you will make a fine soldier in the future at ease, General. I will do whatever I can to not let that happen. Crush your dreams. Thank you, sir. Principal squeezed his son's shoulder, and the boy looked up and smiled to his father, patted him on the back, and sent him off to his seat. Cameras flashed. This is simply ridiculous. We are raising soldiers here, not students. I'm so sorry. I will immediately perform disciplinary actions. What? How about you, young lady? What do you think about this? She's our top student in this school. Her excellent grades are to... I didn't ask you. She bent down and gently addressed the young student. What do you think about your school, just between us girls? I'm sick of having to knit and sew while the boys learn science and chemistry. I'm smarter than all of them. Why do I have to take these stupid handcraft classes? Shh! Do you know who you're talking? Shut up, let her speak. Sierra's presence had emboldened the girls. She went on. My math and reading scores are the best in school, but they won't let me take the classes I want just because I'm a girl. I want to be a scientist, not some soldier's wife. You heard her, Mr. Principal. You'll make the necessary changes at once. But any sewing important skill... Nah. You need more people like you in this country. I applaud your determination. Yeah, I'm not gonna, address it and be like, hey, Principal, do this. I'm gonna, high road him. Yeah, high road this guy. We need more people like you in this country. I applaud your determination. We need more than words. We need actions. Concrete action. We need to protect girls like this. Cameras flashed once again. I looked around their classroom and saw a large portrait of Colonel Sol. Not a fan of that guy. I wanted to cloak. Thank you. Take that down. Take that down. But, sir, that's a President Colonel Sol. We can't just take it down. Lucian, do it. Don't make me repeat my words. I gave you an order. Lucian, do it. Don't make me repeat myself. I ain't gonna say it again. Principal reluctantly took the portrait down. Even the reporters looked confused for a minute before taking many photos of the portrait being taken down. Sierra was smiling when she realized that I was looking at her. She nodded. Well then, unfortunately we're almost out of time. We have other meetings to attend to today. Thank you for the warm welcome. Mr. President Lucian, please go ahead. I would like to speak with the girl alone. Thank you for the tour. Don't do anything in front of the camera. They will straight up destroy you. Just trust me on this one. Thank you for the tour. Thank you for visiting our school, sir. Come on, class. 1, 2. All the students in class yelled, but the boy whom I had met was the loudest. Morgna Westcar. Leave. Yeah, I'm gonna... Another round of photos, and we departed. Okay, that wasn't too long. Dennis Stoller. Ooh, new codex entry. Hang on. Party leaders. Interesting. Dennis Stoller. Ooh. Sortish political theorist. Politician and former leader of the Communist Party of Sordland. Originally, blah, blah, blah. After the Civil War. 1953 election, he got just below 8% of the general vote, failing to pass the election threshold. After the election of President Rayne, he doubled his efforts to increase his party's reach by opening new offices in every major city in Sordland. In 1954, he was arrested for his alleged ties to the banned organization Red Youth. He is currently being held in Antel Rock Prison. Ooh, that ain't good, though. Briefing on the proposal of education reform. Alright, well, I'll get to that one next time. That'll have to be for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. Get yourself a delightful day. I love you all. Goodbye. Take a look. Yeah, we got a few things. The Radical probably has a few words to say. I love you. Goodbye.